Radio Rahim with Oleksandr Krassyuk. Yes, there we go. Might be the first time I got that right. Now, listen, I know that you are here with the co-main event, the chief support. You have many great fighters in your stable, but it can't be ignored that on the other side of that table in just a few minutes will sit Tyson Fury. I'm wondering, beyond being here for your fighter, Krassyuk, are you here just to take a look at where Tyson is and size him up for some time in March or February?
I'm here to see him missing a slap for Usyk in the ring after he gets announced as the winner. Actually, yes, we're here. We can't miss this fight. Usyk will be here in attendance as well. So it's important. It's important to watch how your future opponent is making those moves in the ring. How is he scared of his opponent? Or maybe he's not scared, you never know. But the main thing is to look into his eyes and see how he's scared of Usyk. That's the main thing. That's the main objective for us to be here.
Now, you know, depending on what day you talk to Tyson Fury, he might say any number of things. But one thing he hasn't really said affirmatively is that he's in for a fight at the start of next year. So where is this negotiation at currently?
You are exactly right. So we have everyone on board. We have Queensberry, we have K2, we have Usyk team, we have Usyk himself, we have guys, our partners from Saudi ready to stage this fight. So the only one thing, the only one element missing is the consent of a tall gypsy man. He never said, yes, I am ready to face this small Ukrainian rabbit middleweight who knows shit about boxing, who doesn't know how to fight. But he never said he will take this fight. So we hope that he will have enough courage in his heart to accept the challenge, because everyone knows how difficult it is to lose when you are undefeated. How difficult it is to lose when you are a champion and you have this green belt, and when some rabbit, middleweight rabbit from Ukraine comes and pick it up and takes it home, you have to be a real man with big balls.
You've listed many of the insults that Tyson has lobbed Usyk's way, but what do you think is the holdup? What is keeping him from simply signing the fight and giving us all a date and a date certain?
Fear is the mind killer. I don't know. First, he has to win over this man. This is a tough. People are underestimating Dereck Chisora. I remember him fighting Usyk. He performed something that no one expected him from him. So he might, beside just knock the guy out, he might cause some severe injuries. A broken rib, broken nose, broken ear, whatever. It's still important to be very cautious when you fight a guy like Dereck. So he has, first thing, Tyson has to win. Second thing, he has to stop retiring. He has to put himself together in order and ink the paper that he is ready to go for the historical event that will gonna happen first time in history in heavyweight division, unifying all four belts of four belts era, becoming the biggest, greatest heavyweight of all times, coming straight to the history book of boxing with golden letters and other literature stuff like that.
Now, your point is taken. Anything can happen in a heavyweight fight. Certainly injuries are possible. But the boxing gods, as we've seen, certainly you can ask Joshua and Wilder, if you give them a chance to interrupt the undisputed opportunity, it's quite likely something could happen. So being a responsible champion and a responsible manager, there must be a plan B if Tyson doesn't decide to sign or something unfortunate happens Saturday night. What is Usyk's next play?
Yeah, if undisputed is unavailable, then we have to comply with the mandatories. Unfortunately for the champions, unfortunately for the challengers, there is a rule that within a certain period of time, according to the rotational system of a unified champion, you have to defend your title with a mandatory. So I don't see big chances of making other fight than the mandatory if Tyson Fury fails to fight for the undisputed.
Forgive me, but do you know which mandatory would be up?
According to the rotational system that used to exist within last maybe 15 years, WBA and Daniel Dubois is the next.
Daniel Dubois will also be on this stage in just a few minutes, and he will be in the ring with Usyk ringside.
Right.
I assume he would take that fight. Let's put Tyson Fury aside for a minute. How does he match up against a younger, agile fighter who's hungry like Dubois?
Who you mean?
We put Tyson aside and we make Usyk and Dubois.
Well, you know, Usyk has the same training camp. Is it for Dubois? Is it for Hrgovic? For Tyson Fury or for Anthony Joshua? Is the same. The hard work is in place for 3 months, and it doesn't matter who is he fighting with. The discipline is at place, and he has to work that hard and to survive in his camp. And the fight itself is a party. Is a party for a fighter because he's relaxed. He knows that within just couple hours he's gonna take a drink, I don't know, eat some sweets, proper food, out of diet. That's why the fight itself doesn't matter. The preparation does, and the preparation is the same. So I don't think it's gonna be anything extraordinary. But Usyk is a very straightforward man. I mean, he's very goal-oriented man, and he's aiming for the undisputed. And if Tyson is scared, or if he loses, or if he doesn't want to lose his belt and he stays away from Usyk, then Usyk will comply with his probably comply with his mandatories and go for the chance to grab the undisputed in heavyweights.
And lastly, on this hypothetical discussion, there is a fighter that has yet to face Usyk, who now doesn't have that WBC title, but many people talk about thinking he has a great shot at beating Oleksandr, which is Deontay Wilder. Just scored a first-round knockout. And it could, you know, possibly pitch in a little cash for some step-aside money for Dubois. I mean, do you rate Deontay Wilder as an equal or greater threat than Tyson Fury?
So, first of all, let's imagine Usyk has no belts and he has the variety of fighters to choose for the next fight. If it's not the undisputed, then probably Deontay Wilder would be his highest priority, because that's a man he would love to fight with, and his trainer, Wilder's trainer, was probably the longest lasting sparring partner for Usyk within the last probably 6 or 7 camps. So he knows much about how hard Usyk works in the camp, how good he is on his feet. And Wilder fight is the mixture of styles. A man who is one-shot puncher with a technician who has high boxing IQ. It's a matter of stamina, a matter of boxing strategy, the tactics. That's going to be an expected fight, really expected fight. But on the other side, we have the belts, and we have some business behind it. So let's hope that the bold, tall gypsy man will win on Saturday night and will not get scared watching. I mean, looking to Usyk's eyes, and will get his consent, will give his consent to fight for the undisputed.
Now, you know, Tyson Fury is a showman, and if you put him on the spot, you might just get that kind of commitment. Can we guarantee that Usyk climbs through those ropes, assuming that Fury wins on Saturday night and challenges for the WBC heavyweight championship face-to-face, man-to-man?
It's up to Tyson. If he's not running out of the ring, then he will see Usyk inside.
What will Usyk say?
I don't think he's a big, big man of words, especially in English. He will just look into his eyes, shake his warm hand, congratulate him on victory, and maybe wish him good luck in the training camp for February date.
And then say, "I will break you."
What for? Why? What's the reason for saying if you just can do it in the ring?
That's what calling out is. You got to call out these fighters. You have to make that moment so he's ashamed to say no.
Say, okay, kid, you performed great. Good luck. Stay safe. Enjoy your time with your family. Drink as much as you can, and see you, let's say, in February on the Undisputed.
Okay, when Usyk gets here, we're going to meet in the hotel and work on this language. This isn't going to work, what you're saying. Radio Rahim with Oleksandr
Krassyuk.
Pleasure, man. Thank you. See you Saturday night.
Okay, take care.